Hello. Yo, I actually drank water without dropping it this time. Sweet, sweet. Welcome back. We're back. So, a little bit of a recap. We set up the circuit ass lines, put up 10 of them. And I did spend a little bit of time off camera, not too much, just fixing everything up so that each one of them has a pattern now. I also wanted to mention something. They are, I replaced them all with dual interfaces because before they were, what do you call them? P2Ps. But I figured that whenever I copy them over somewhere else, dual interfaces are going to be easier to deal with. So I don't have to really reconfigure them, because P2Ps, I think I have to reconfigure them, and I don't want to deal with that. So I just went ahead and replaced them with dual interfaces. I'm pretty sure they still work though, because it's basically the same thing. The only downside is that you would have to copy the recipe into every single one, but the matter manipulator takes care of that for us anyway, so it's completely fine. At least that's how I think it works. Aside from that, it was pretty much just setting this up. Kind of a slow episode, I would say. But a lot of it was also kind of planning on what we're going to do next. And I do have an idea. So I said that maybe this episode I was going to set up the other ones, craft them off camera, because at some point I want 40, right? I have the space for it, but I'm not going to do that today, because most of that was, if I look up circuit ass lines, I didn't really make anything. But what I did make, crafting input buffers, and a whole bunch of them, because I'm getting annoyed. Well, not annoyed, that's kind of like a harsh word to say, but I'm getting a little, I don't know, what's a nice way to say annoyed? This thing, I need to fix this. So I figured, you know what? Just make a bunch of crafting input buffers and start upgrading it. Because I'm having to change a lot of recipes. For example, every time I try to craft any of the new circuits, like it's a UV tier, anytime I try to craft a whole bunch of these, right, I'm missing things like this. And, I'm having to craft this, set up recipes for each one, but then somewhere down the crafting chain, there's always something that I haven't really improved. So I can either go into every single one of these interfaces and 2x it, right? Or just use the crafting input buffers to do away with this setup. I think that's what I want to do. I'm not going to tear this down yet. It's going to be a slow replace, because I'm pretty sure if I tear it down, I'm going to cripple my base, because we kind of we definitely rely on it. So with that said, let's set one up. I already built one, and I also got the tier 3 casings for it. So it's going to be an immediate upgrade, and I also going to give it 16 amps of UEV. And why specifically 16? Well, that's because I don't want to set up another energy hatch off of this guy. And so this one is 64 amps, right? And the math here is this. Each one is going to have 1 amp. At least I think that's how it works. Yeah, as long as there's no power draw, then it's going to stay to 1 amp. So that's 40 amps here, which gives us 20 something amps of space to work with. So I was like, you know what, just give this the rest of the amperage. 16 amps. It's not totally 64, but it's a huge upgrade to what we have already. So I figured we might as well do that. So I'm going to put it here. I think it's a good space for it. It might even been exactly enough space, actually. Hello, Fracky. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who cares? It's fine. So, the other thing. So when it comes to the precise assembler, I think it's just better to set them up I can't really flip it, but upside down. Because all of these casings, every single one of these up here, can be replaced with a crafting input buffer and whatnot. These can't. They have to be machine casings. So the most compact way to do this is to just build it upside down, if I'm going to have all the connections on the bottom, which I will. I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how many blocks up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. This is going to be a big boost in our production, I think, is this precise assembler. Because you've already seen it. Even last episode, I was like changing recipes because they kept getting, based on how the universal automation works, if you have only like one craft at a time, like crafting one item at a time, it takes forever because it does each one individually, like separately. But crafting input buffers kind of avoid that from happening. You have to flip this guy around and then set it up. Oh, no, it's the precise assembler. Take a drink of water. Aside from that, it's a pretty busy day today. The community band performed in Worst Fest, I can't pronounce it, in New Braunfels over here in Texas. And it's a pretty big festival. There's a lot of people there, and so we played in front of it was basically a full crowd. It was pretty fun. But it was a long day. I'm pretty tired, so if I sound like a little quieter than usual, that's why. It's a little tiring. But still having a good time. What kind of glass do you need? Any tiered class. It doesn't matter, right? Okay, oops. Yeah, I don't think the glass matters, so I'm going to set it to 18 because that is reinforced glass. Machine casing is going to be, I think, UHV to unlock everything. Oh, it doesn't let me go past that. And then unit casing is that one. I think that's what we want. I think so. But yeah, for the performances that we did today, I did record myself, and there's like 3 clips that I took out of them. One of them is already on YouTube. The other 2 I'm going to post on the next 2 days. So just keep an eye out for those. It's pretty fun stuff. I'm liking the performance stuff. But man, it gets busy. It gets pretty busy. I didn't even check if I had enough. Yeah, UHV machine casings. I don't have enough. Oops. And here's like probably a good example. Well, these crafts in steps of 32, that's okay. But a lot of the earlier tier machines craft like one at a time, and that's like super slow. But again, crafting input buffers are going to deal with that pretty well. And then slowly but surely, we'll be crafting these a lot better. And then start replacing everything else with crafting input buffers. Oh man, it's going to be so good. But of course, we have to put in the work first. Not too bad, though. And it looks kind of funny when it's flipped upside down like this. And there we go. So we are going to stick with the 16 amp energy hatch, and just to make my life a little easier with less connections, you're going to go right here. Actually, right here. That way I can plug in a whole bunch of different cables, right, and whatnot. Yeah, this thing is going to be filled with channels. It's probably going to have its own subnet or something. Not subnet, but its own controller face. Yeah. Infinity wires. not there. Right there. No explosions. No explosions is always a good sign. There we go. Okay. Believe you're also going to need a maintenance hatch, of course, and I didn't think to craft any ahead of time, right? Oh, I have some. No, I crafted a little bit, just 10 though. That is okay though. That's probably enough for now. We'll put that one, I guess, right there. And I think you also need a muffler for whatever reason. I don't know why. But you can have a muffler if you really want one. I think you do. Yes. Okay, sure. Right there. And what else do you need? I think the rest of it is just input and output, right? Yep. And I want you to be on normal mode. There we go. And then start cramming the heck out of this thing with outputs and inputs. So the very first one is going to be an output bus, of course. And we'll use a grandfathered one because I somehow have these like everywhere for some reason. So how am I going to deal with this? That's a good question. I don't know how to answer. But first of all, I do have to bring in connections over here. Chances are it's going to have its own. So yeah, I'm just going to give it its own. Oh, put it right there. It's going to have a lot of connections. So we'll give it its own controller face. From the biblically accurate AE2 controller. Oh, that's funny. The things you do whenever you get neutronium energy cell and infinite power. Start not caring about it. I don't know how it did like it works with TPS and things like that, but I'm not concerned about that. Okay, so you go there. And then we're going to start connecting as much as I reasonably can. So it's going to be more of a kind of relaxed thing. For example, trying to find exactly which interfaces I want to move over. For sure, basically all of them. Dang, look how laggy this thing is. You see that? It's supposed to tick at constant speed, but no, it doesn't tick constantly. It stops and then it goes and then it stops. That's funny. Okay, things like that. That's going to be really funny. So, hang on. Give me cables. Like that. And then I can put this away. Oops. And put this away for extra space. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. Have a compressed chest. What's in here? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Goodbye. I didn't see you. No one saw this. Okay. So what I'm thinking is to just have a compressed chest and then just keep throwing different recipes in there. Basically everything that like in this group. That's exactly what I'm going to do. All right. Yeah. It's going to be a big disaster, but you know what? It's got to happen. And this is what I mean. This is why I don't want to like replace it, because it's going to cripple my base if I don't set it up correctly. So we're going to take this one step at a time. I mean, look how many patterns there are here. Jeez. Oh, yeah, is there that many patterns? Uh-oh. How many patterns are there? That's just one group. That's funny. A lot of patterns, but you know what? It's not too bad. I'm curious if there is a way to more efficiently move things like this. And plus, not every interface is full. It's really like the circuit zeros that are tons of them. All the other ones, there's not as much. And even then, not all of the circuit zeros are completely filled. There's a lot of empty interfaces. So it seems like a lot, but no, it's not really. I don't think it's going to be a lot. Am I going to bother naming every single one of them? Yes, it has to follow the same rule here. One is ass machine 0. Like that. Then we start dumping patterns into this thing. I don't think that's enough, but it works if I don't set anything right. Yeah, I trust. We put all of these delicious patterns into the into every single one of these. Is there such a thing as like a really big input? Because it seems like all of AE2 is dealing with things like this, right? Which is 9x4 is what I mean. 36 space for 36 patterns. I'm curious if there's a way you can like get way more pattern space. I don't think so though. That seems to might be a little bit too overkill. You're gonna have 36 in each interface, and you're gonna like it. That's okay. Now, one thing, I didn't really prepare for more than one precise assembler, so I didn't even really count if I have enough space. And I don't know if I do, but you know that famous saying of mine, right? What was it? One way to find out. Yeah. I've been catching myself say that a lot more often. Okay. Get the quartz cutting knife and then ass machine 0. And even if we don't have enough space, it's going to we'll be okay. I can always just make more precise assemblers. They're not too expensive. Really, the only expensive thing is the energy hatch. And that's all the patterns, right? Yep. And we go back and get more circuit zeros. Get me out of here. Right here. So none of those. It's these guys. These are all circuit 0 as well, right? Yeah, and that should be all of the circuit zeros. I mean, you gotta admit it's a little bit like satisfying, right? Especially the noise. You know the noise whenever you pick up items. Oh, I love that noise. Yeah, this one didn't have as many, even though it's the same height. I think we'll be okay. Whatever is the thing. Yeah. Looks like we'll need like one more or something like that, right? I think that's everything, right? I mean, at least for the circuit zeros, there's going to be a lot more of them. And how many of casings can I fit onto this thing? You can put quite a lot of things. I don't really know how to explain. You can put quite a lot of buses. I remember it's like basically the entire bottom part. You can totally fill up. Okay, but I think every single space is filled with circuit zeros, and then next up is the other circuits, and we'll rinse and repeat. Well, first of all, let's make sure that something works. It would be real unfortunate if I... Oh, you saw that. It's something crafted, so I'm assuming it does work. I don't even know what crafted. Let me check here. What's a circuit zero? Something like graphene. I saw that graphene was an option. Okay, it works. It works. I saw that. It finished. Okay. And we'll continue with the rest of the circuits. So circuit 2. I'm just gonna go in order. So circuit 2 is next. I guess that's it. Yep. Yeah, chances are I'm gonna need another one. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. This one is, oops. Circuit 2. You need to have the circuit as well. I guess I can do the math here. 59, that is 2 of them. Yeah, I have another thing on my mind. I was thinking about it. It's been a while since the last Beatballcraft episode, right? So part of me is kind of thinking like, wait, I should probably take I think Sundays off. Might be pretty good. It'll give me some time to do like some babysitting around the base as well as record Meatballcraft. That's what I was thinking. Mostly just thinking out loud, right? But that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Maybe no streaming on Sundays because it's also like a rest day. Rest days are important, otherwise you get burnout, especially when a pack like this. And plus, I pretty much do the same thing for work every day anyway, so yeah, it's the good breaks. Yeah. This is the one that that we really need to upgrade, so I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna add a second one though, just in case, or for future proofing, because I need wraps for like for the optical circuits as well, plus other things. So I might as well just make another one for circuit 16. Both of you. There's one. 2. Oh, that's right. They removed all the other circuits. Also, you're telling me anything to do with like the bio stuff and the breakthrough circuits. Those recipes broke, right? Yup. Oh well. Where's my cable? That is. Right there. And then this one is going to be for future proofing because I need to add the stuff for the wraps and things. Okay, how many channels do I have so far? 14. I don't know if I have enough channels. I mean, I do actually. It's okay if we run out of channels. What I'm really worried about is the lack of space here. So this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. That's like 30 spots. I think we're okay. Yeah, that looks like less than 30. Okay, I think we're okay. Okay. Put that over here. Okay, and then circuit 1 is next. I like that noise. Okay, this one's got a lot of patterns. Not as much as circuit 0 though, but it's got plenty of patterns. Okay. I'm gonna add 5 at a time. 2, 5. That. Then sure, so I need you to select. Okay, it's in my hand. There you go. Okay, so this one is going to actually. No, I'm not even done, right? Yeah. It's this one. Number 1. How many do I need? I'm going to need plenty of interfaces. I think it was like 3 of them, right? That's going to be 3 or something like that. I don't know. I think it's 3. Put those guys away. No, it's going to be 4 of them. No, it's 3. Just barely though. There's a couple spaces I can always just add more as I need them. Okay. So mass machine 1. This one as well. Also, circuit 1. Okay. How many channels do I have? 19. I think we'll be okay. I think. Circuit 3 is next. I like that noise. Not as many patterns for circuit 3. Yeah, it's like I mentioned, a lot of them are like kind of empty. Like this one, kind of empty. 4 there. I know there's a lot of 4s. Um, so it might not take as long. Oh, you know what would be even better? I can do it all in one swoop. Nah, don't do that. You're gonna break everything. I was thinking of taking every single pattern, but like in separate chests. Nah, don't do that. You're gonna break everything. You know better. Is there a way for me to bring everything to my... I don't know. I thought there's a button to bring everything to my inventory. One is circuit 3, right? Guess that's it. Circuit 3. Circuit 3, 1, 1. It's gonna happen where I forget to change a circuit. I'm gonna get some broken recipes. It's okay though. When they pop up, I know where the issue is anyways. 9. This one, it all fits in my inventory. Great. Always a good sign. And then we need 1. 1, 2, 5. Connect everything over like that. Oh, universal automation. Kind of, not really. No, we're just cramming things like that everywhere. That's what's so cool about these crafting input buffers, because without universal automation, instead I would have the whole, like the quadruple input hatch and input bus for every single circuit. That's essentially like twice the amount of space that we would need. Which is, nope, not very good. Oh, oops. Not just letter number 9, it's ass machine 9. I think that's everything. You got the circuit? Yeah. Next. And then it's circuit 8. Also not too bad. And we're making progress. Pretty good progress, I'd say. And we already proved that it does work. It all fits in my inventory, so I don't have to do anything here. Can I do this? Oh, it totally works. Okay. That's good. And rename it. I mean, do I really need to? It actually keeps it. I'm going to name it. Yeah, okay. It kind of keeps the name. Like, it does show the circuit. Like, for example, right here, if I set circuit 1, it shows up with that number 1 at the very back, and then 2, and so on. So it does retain the circuit. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Drink some water. And then circuit 4. This one is the weird one. Pretty sure there's a lot of recipes here. Yeah, there's a lot here. Yeah. Look at that. Too much stuff in there. Jeez, relax. Right here. So circuit 4. I know for sure I need 4 of them at least. So that's what these guys are going to be for. Oh, there's a lot of them. Are you sure there's no like button for me to send everything to my inventory? I'm pretty sure there is somewhere. I don't know. I just don't really play with any of the inventories tweak stuff because I feel like I don't work well with them. I'm so used to playing like not really using them, but that's also not really an excuse, right? Quartz fiber. Oh, I guess that's the one that was charging the little subnet thing. Okay, I think that's it for circuit 4. Yeah, and we go. Continue. We're almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, and we have a lot of space for more of them. That's gonna be so nice. Circuit 6 next. It's actually a surprising amount. I didn't know that. And then ripping all of this parts, ripping all of that up is going to be kind of funny. I don't know how to deal with it. I'm not going to do it on camera, I don't think. That's just going to be a mess. I just want to get this working and then we can continue. So circuit 4. And then we continue. How many channels do you have? 24. You can totally fit 5 more of them here. Do the thing. I got you. I drink water now. Thank you, Allie. How you doing? And then you're still audio only. That's okay. Or what was it? Watching without audio. Yeah, there it is. That's okay. Okay, this one just needed 1 circuit. There we go. Paste. 6. You stay there. There you go. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, circuit 6 was kind of empty. Bye, and bye. And I think that's the first row completed, right? Yep. Next up, circuit 10. Is it really just you? Oh, that's funny. Aluminum milling ball, not grinding ball. Yeah, it's really just you that's causing me problems, right? I mean, there's like 100 different recipes, but this is really the only thing that I'm using it for. It's funny. Yeah, that's funny. All right. An entire crafting input buffer just for 1 recipe. Chances are I'm gonna stuff it with circuit zeros also. Because why wouldn't I, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It'll be circuit 0 and ass machine circuit 0 and 10 because like really I don't think anything's gonna conflict. If you look at aniline, right? That's the only recipe. That's the only recipe. So nothing's gonna conflict. Less soapstone. I'm not gonna ever put soapstone in there. I mean, there's a couple of other things. Nah, don't go mixing recipes. You know what's gonna happen. It's gonna mess up. And you're gonna cry about it, and everyone's gonna laugh at you. Don't do that. There. One recipe and one crafting input buffer. There you go. We're at a point where I can just make more crafting input buffers anyway, so don't go trying to be lazy. Okay. Next up is, oh, this one's a bunch of them. Circuit 5. But I think that's just because I planned ahead, right? This one. Well, there's a couple, but I planned ahead, but I didn't fill up any of them in the end. That's funny. Okay. It's still more recipes in Circuit 10. I like how this looks. Before I continue, is this thing even built? You're still running. Okay, good. So as long as it like doesn't break. Because I think if I add too many crafting input buffers, it's gonna break. Or it's gonna be like, oh no, there's not enough unit casings to work. That's pretty much it. Okay. And then the last one, circuit 17. I'm pretty sure there's only one thing here too. Oh no, it's all of the megas, so this is actually very important. Mass machine circuit 17. There. And then everything else is going to be I'm not going to add anything else. I'm going to take this one off. And then I'm going to add as I need. But every single recipe that we've had before should now be accounted for. I believe. 17? No. So the smart person would check every single one of these, make sure they're all named correctly, and they have a circuit inside, but we know that I'm not a smart person, so I'm going to leave it to chance. Oh, also, before I do that, what I do want to start moving is also the recipes in the up tier ass machine. So yes, things like lathe, you're going to laugh at me, but lathe, qubits, and agon, because so whenever we like actually matter manipulate the base, I'm having to go into creative mode to give me the decoration blocks, right? But like I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm just crafting this stuff now. But there's gonna be a bunch of little items over there that I have to move around. Plus all of these sorts of recipes. So this is not gonna be very fun. I think this one I can do like spot. Yeah. So let's bring them over here. So crafting input buffers again. I don't think I showed this on camera in last episode, but yeah, like for me to clean up the base, I had to put down a lot of agon, qubit, and lathe. And I didn't really want to go into creative mode to get all this stuff. So I kind of just set up recipes for everything. So this one is for lathe. Circuit 12, right? Is that the only ass machine I have? That's circuit 12. Yep, okay, just making sure. And then, as I need them, not like that. How many channels? 31 channels are getting a little close. can add just one more and that's it. Okay, so ask machine 13, I think, for Aegon. Yeah, and then qubits is, I don't really know what circuit you are. 24, which is good because there's actually a couple of other things that are circuit 24 that would also fit here. So it works out. And then next step is to start bringing in, well, first of all, check if I can actually still run the machine. I think so. I don't know how many I can cram in here until it stops letting me, but that's a lot. That's funny. Poor guy is like completely filled with a bunch of things. Okay, so if I look up tier, there's a bunch of recipes here that I would like to move over. So I think I'm just gonna take like a row at a time and see what it takes to craft every single one of these, and then set them up as I need. So this one is circuit 9. I know that for sure. Yeah, so I can put this in as machine 9 because now it's UEV tier, so it works. This one's circuit 0. I have a bunch of them that are circuit 0. Not you. I do have to set up a different input bus for that one. Input buffer, sorry. So these are the blank ones. I can put them somewhere. Oh, I had a lot of circuit 0s, right? Yep. There you go. Okay. And then I do have circuit 4s somewhere. Yeah, ask machine 4. Quadruple hatch can go there. And then these guys are circuit 18. I don't think I have any 18s anywhere. Nope. But that would be another crafting input buffer. And I think this is the last one. Yeah, before we run out of channels. Then we would have to continue on another way, I think. There. 18. Okay. And then we just rinse and repeat. We look up ask machine up tier. Do a row at a time. Circuit 12, what the heck? Oh, I guess we had one, sure. Won't complain about that. Ball housing, circuit 7. I don't even know if we have a circuit 7. Ask machine 17. No, we don't. Don't get fooled by this one. This one is the one that's like way over there. So we haven't moved that one over yet. So we'll deal with that right now. Bold Arnator, circuit 12. We do have a circuit 12. Algae Farm, circuit 21. That's a weird one. I don't have a turnip 21, right? Nope. 19 is a weird one. All these weird circuits at 20. That's a weird one. Why? 15. A weird one, right? Yep. 20. I saw that one already. Circuit 20. Okay, we're gonna have to add a whole bunch of things. So I'm gonna have to bring in more connections over here though, because we are out of connection space. Pretty funny though. I think it can fit so much things. How am I gonna do this? I think I'm just going to add the other one right over. I don't even know where to put the other one, honestly. Because you're going to connect, and I don't want you to. I mean, what the anchors are for, actually. Can I put an anchor here and then another dense cable across? Yes, I can. Okay. Start bringing in more connections over here. And one more time on the biblically accurate AE2 controller. I drink water. So I saw at least 3 different ones, right? Yes. I still don't know if the precise assembler will build. Yes, you can. Okay, okay. I think we're cutting it close, but I don't really know, though. Okay, so this one is going to be circuit 20. Weird one. So this one. This one. And I think there was another one. The, not you. It was the ExxonMobil chemical plant, right? No, this one else as well. It's all the integral casings. Here's circuit 19, never mind. 21. And 7. Alright, there's going to be 4 of them, actually. This one's circuit 20. And you will have these 3. Now you. Circuit 17. Was it 17? Circuit 7. 7 was another one. Which one needed it? Is it you? No. This one. Next up, this one is circuit 19, I think. It was this one. Yeah, okay. There's 2 more. Man, you and your weird circuits. Like that. Okay. I know this one is circuit 15. It's a weird one. They're all weird. How dare you? The catalyst housing. There. And then you. Circuit 21. No. Circuit 21, like that. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And then next up, anything else in the up tier that, because I was mostly using the up tier ass machine for like weird things, but I'm trying to not do that. Instead, just put them all over here instead, so that it's less weird. I mean, it's still weird, but it's actually functional. Circuit 7 is a good thing we have one. Solidifier hatch 1, circuit 17. Okay, I'm glad I did this. Wait, did it not put circuit 17 down? I could have sworn it had one somewhere. No? Totally do. There you go. Okay. That's an old one. You know what? I'm also going to look at those weird ass machines that are left over from a long time ago. Because those recipes should not be there. Circuit 24. I do have a circuit 24. It's one of the. It's this one right here. There you go. Enjoy. Circuit 7. I got a circuit 7 right over here. Also circuit 7. Okay, I'm glad it did this. Makes things so much easier. Also circuit 7. Yo. Okay, if there's so many things being crafted in here, then you're not as weird. Why are you over there? It's a blank one. That's funny. There, enjoy. There you go, oil cracker. How much you want to bet the oil cracker is also a circuit 0? Yeah. Then integral framework is circuit 20, which we do have. There we go. Okay, sweet. We got most every pattern. There's a couple of things that are over here by themselves. It's in the singles ready to mingle location. This is the only other place I have ass machines that I haven't really dealt with, but it is time. Yeah, I have 2 of them. I think it's 2. 3? What the heck are you doing here? Honestly, I'm gonna trash these. I don't care about those. Then we have like a random things here, like I don't think anything here really. Is this where my fluid cannery? Really? I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. These recipes I am going to clear out though, because I don't think they really do anything. Yeah, most of it's forestry things and galactic craft stuff, which we don't really deal with galactic craft as much anymore. I know it's never a good idea to clear patterns, but that's okay. But the high pressure fluid pipe, what is this even used for? Oh, that's why you made it. So I'm probably going to need this at some point. And at some point, you know what, is going to be when I craft that. Next up is things right here. The HSSS saw blade, which I don't think I even use anymore. Yeah. It was only being used in the tree growth simulator that was right here a long time ago, so we're not using that anymore. I'm going to take that out. Bye. Then last is you. There's a couple of patterns here, but I think the same thing here. I'm going to just I'm just gonna get rid of them, and if I need them down the road, which is very likely, then we'll do that then. Okay, so those machines are now out of commission. I mean, a lot of these machines are out of commission. There's still some things that we use, but like not really. Yeah, okay. I think that's it. If I check here, that means all of this can get removed because there's nothing really connecting any of it now. Yeah, okay. So at this point, I think we're good to go. I'm going to clean up that area off camera, but I guess I'll talk about it. I did mention in last episode that there's a lot of empty space here, right? Which gives us a lot of room for shenanigans. So as I clean this up, I'm going to be adding more machines if I feel like I need them. And it's a lot easier for me to do that because now our power is connected to the main power. Which, you know what, let me check on it because I haven't checked on it since yesterday. Jesus, such a mess, Sophie. So I usually just come down here and check like, oh, the inputs. 5 million. Mark III fuel is pretty good. Argelic cryothium. We were struggling a little bit on this, but it looks like we're building back up. And all because I added a couple extra of those bees. It worked out pretty well. Okay. But with that, we did finish up with the goal that I wanted to do starting off with today. Some of the recipes might have broken though. So I would have to like cancel them. Because they probably broke as I was how do I say it? Moving things around. Okay. Another project, I'm not going to do it right now, but another project is to start moving all the recipes for the chemical reactor in the mixer, but that's probably going to be something either off camera. It's probably off camera, honestly, because I don't want to do that on camera again. The only tricky thing with these is that they're smaller machines, especially the mixer. I mean, the mixer, yes, it's a small machine, but it has like a lot of upper space I can make use of. So I'm probably gonna like flip it on its side or something. My life a little easier. I don't know. I don't know yet. But I'll do that off camera. But check it out. Our new and fancy ass machine. Oh yeah. Start crafting everything now. And things are gonna be go by a lot faster. Okay. Aside from that, so that was really my primary goal for today, was to get that going. Our major goal for the long term, or I guess for the short term, we're still looking for the UHV capacitor. So I updated a lot of the circuit recipes, but none of the like I don't know how to explain it. For example, if I look up UV circuits, I updated the recipe for UV circuits to use the optical circuits, but I didn't actually add anything for that. So we're gonna have to fix up a lot of recipes, and that's okay. I think I can check if I try to craft U. Yeah. Toggle restock enable. What? Where are my patterns? Okay, right there. All right, yeah, sure. Okay. And then we will put that in. So I'm so used to searching for UA0, and I don't have to do that anymore. Look up ass machine 0. Yeah, sure. Okay, so that one's done, and then this one is like that, and then this one is like that. Circuit 16, that's exactly why I made more of them ahead of time. Good idea, I did that. And just so I don't get confused, I'm going to clean up the up tier one. So this one is like really only exists if I need to do anything for the next tier. That's why I call it up tier, right? That's why it had 2 UHV cables, so I can go up to UHV or to UEV. But now that it's at UEV, then we don't really have to do anything with this for a while. So I'm going to clear up these crafting input buses that I had that I no longer really need. And instead, you are going to be a crafting input buffer. Right there. And you are going to be called ass machine up tier. So technically there's only 2 ass machines. Requesting ones at least. There's a couple of other ass machines we have around the base, but for requesting there's only 2 of them in existence. Need the bulk production frames. So this guy kind of just exists. If I ever need to do a recipe, I'll just manually do it. And it's really only important whenever you have to craft the superconductors for the next tier. Anyways, how expensive are you now? Okay, this is good. This is good progress. It seems atrocious, but it's actually good progress because it's not asking for a lot of water and things, because a lot of the recipes have changed. I feel like it's even cheaper, actually. To me, it feels cheaper. Okay. But we still need to make a lot of opticals. So we'll do that one. And this one's also circuit 9, which is pretty good. Just like that. Okay. And we'll just keep going down the list until I can get everything going. So all of these are foils, so I imagine they are all circuit 10s. And Arceus, isn't that a Pokemon? Totally is a Pokemon. Man, I haven't played a Nintendo game in a while. I think the last one I played was Tears of the Kingdom, believe it or not. Legend of Zelda. But I didn't really play it for too long. I don't know, it's just something about Nintendo games. More so on the new ones. I can't really stick with them for a while. But I'm going to be honest, especially since I started like playing Minecraft a lot more, it's really hard for me to get into any games. I don't know what it is. I think I just like Minecraft that much. Plus, I get busy, right? So I don't really find the time to play other stuff. And when I do want to play other stuff, it just ends up being Minecraft. So another thing I want to start upgrading to start using crafting input buffers is actually the fluid solidifier. That'll actually speed things up. So how many do I have here? I've already started. There's one there, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do I have that many? I have exactly enough. That's funny. Okay, so chances are I'm gonna have to start moving recipes around. Let me set this up, and then I think I'll do that next. Actually, there's 2 recipes that I need to do. Yeah. Fluid solidifier ingot. Okay. So we're out of space for that, which means we need another crafting input buffer. Which brings me to a point. If I want to craft a whole bunch of these, how expensive is it, and how much faster am I crafting it now that I have the, what do you call it, the ass machine improved? I don't know, actually. Laser engraver. Okay, so this is something we should look into, is the beam line. I did say that it's probably what I want to do to really make stuff cheap. Craft a little faster also. But I don't know how this works. I'm gonna have to study this off camera to see what it is, what it does. Yeah, I'm not sure. The living crystal chips are made in the laser engraver. Where? Yeah, right here, right? They're made somewhere. Where? Or is it just not popping up? Yeah, you're made there. It doesn't want to pop up. You're gonna be like that, right? Okay, thank you. We are crafting things a lot faster now, though. Yeah, a pretty big bottleneck we had before was the fact that we were using those crystal chip things. Yeah, these things, and now we're not really using them as much because I changed a bunch of the recipes. But still, these are actually kind of slow. I'm curious why it doesn't tell me where it's like crafting. Why don't you tell me unless I have to look up specifically? Don't cancel it on the interface terminal. Oh yeah, okay, that's what I had to do. Okay, so you are slow. That's your problem. You're a little slow. How many parallels can I give this thing? Locked one. Really? Okay, I'm gonna want to upgrade this as well. So there's something you can do with this to really speed it up, I think. That's what I heard last time. If I look up laser engraver, I think at UMV tier class, it accepts all laser source hatches. Or was I reading something else? Oh yeah, okay. With UEV laser source, one multi-amp energy hatch is allowed. Okay, that's what I want to do. Laser source hatch determines maximum recipe tier and parallels. Okay, so we want to give this a laser source hatch. And I think how I understand it is that it really just, it doesn't matter the size of this. It just needs to be any laser. At least I think that's how it works. Let me look up the quest book. It should tell me. Oh, look at that loot bag. Sure. Oops. Oh yeah, right there. No matter what laser hatch you use, it will not change the power input of laser engraver. It is determined by the standard energy hatch as usual. Okay, so what we want to craft to really speed up the laser thing is the, what do you call it? The laser, a laser source, but UEV and a real cheap one. Laser source, right? Yeah, with UEV laser source, one multi-amp. So I can just give it like a multi-amp energy hatch. That's going to be really strong. That's also what confuses me. Parallels equal to the cube root of laser source amperage input. I don't even know what that means. So I'm just going to focus on a UEV laser source. And the cheapest one is a 256 one. A lot of it's a big numbers right there. Right there. Okay. So we want to craft the U. Circuit 1. Gas machine. Circuit 1. Highly doubt we're going to be able to craft it. Oh, actually, no, we can craft it. But I'm still looking for crafting input buffer. Yeah, okay, I need to upgrade it. That's just taking forever. Each one is like every 4 seconds is one. That's not. I need to craft like 80 of them per. So we're crafting this one next. And then what kind of power am I going to give you? Well, if we think about it, well, hang on. How much power are you getting right now? you're at UEV already. So how much power do I want to give you? That's the important question to ask. Well, how much power do we have? I think at that point we just oh, you're loud. I think at this point we just connect it to another machine over here, another energy hatch. Yeah. So I want another UEV 64 amp dynamo hatch. And then I'll start giving it some power for server machines. Or I don't know if I should have a designated one. Like 1-to-1. For now, yeah. How much power should I give it though? 16 amps? Is that too much? How much is 16 amps? I'm gonna give it 16 amps. It'd be funny if it eats up my entire base though, and then we want a 16 amp energy hatch as well, corresponding one. Go. And I guess this is where we'll see like what's struggling. Oh, you know what I can do? The cutting machine. Cutting machine is going to be a big fix. Yeah, I think we'll hold off on the fluid solidifier and we'll fix things that are going to speed up the crafting of everything else. So the cutting machine is going to have a big increase in speed. This is what we're doing. But if I instead... Actually, no, I think this is okay. Yeah, this is fine. Because it's a stocking bus anyway, so as long as it can fit in here, which is plenty of space, I think that's as fast as it will go. Yeah, so I'm okay with this. You're on cutting, right? Yeah. Look at the energy hatch. Infinity rods. Solidifier is being a little slow again. And that is because you are... Infinity rods don't craft as quick, that's why. Okay. Good to know. Okay. So I think the laser engraver, at least the upgraded one. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me just leaving it there. Right? Yeah, there's nothing wrong because again, we have all the... Like every single one of these is now up to the backbone, which is 384. I can totally just upgrade it out here. Will I though? I don't know. It is a little messy, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. No, I'm gonna move it. Well, I don't know actually. Are you being used for anything, sir? Yes, you are. Don't touch it. Don't touch that. A little messy over here. If I were to upgrade it though, how would it look? Good question. I don't know how to answer that. If I hijack this one over here though, and then replace it with the 64 amp. No. I'm trying to have it just separate. I think what's going to happen is I have a wire down here, and then we somehow go up there, I guess. I don't know. Oh, it's going to look funny. How many recipes do you have here? No, I'm gonna prepare for moving everything. Yeah, because it's also a little messy back here. So this was the kind of before I had the wireless connectors. So it was a little trickier for me to deal with this. I had P2Ps, and P2Ps are harder to deal with. So I'm not going to do that actually. No, we'll go ahead and move it. So I am going to have to get another laser engraver, I think. Which honestly doesn't seem too bad. Can't craft you? Nope, okay. Advance one of you. Oops. Any of the B stuff I kind of just put away. Any of the space stuff as well. Like I also what is this? Bacterial fat. I don't think I need that anymore. I don't know actually. We'll see. There's the laser engraver. Then I just need a bunch of containment casings and a bunch of U, and then I'll figure out the glass as we go. I think that's good enough. Laser containment frames. Give me 100. And here's the test. So these are crafting one at a time, and before it was super slow, but now it should just craft everything at the same time, right? Oh, yeah. And I think it deals with as many parallels as possible or something like that. It'll probably be faster, though, if I increase the craft either way. But it just puts everything in there at once. It's a lot faster. Okay, that's good. All right, we have another laser engraver ready, though. Actually, everything else is finished. Let's go set it up. So, I will just put it over here. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And should we plan for multiple of them? No. So the real spam is gonna happen once I get comfortable enough to make Mark IV fuel and then power the other 4, because I have 4 extra reactors, but they're not plugged in. And I think the true machine spam will happen whenever I get that going, because I don't want to stretch our power way too thin until then. But it will happen. So tier, I'm going to give this infinity reinforced borosilicate glass block. Can I even do that? I technically could, but it's a little slow. Hang on, let me see if I can actually put it. Glass tier determines laser source tier. Recipe tier. And overclocks limited to laser source tier +1. So I do need infinity glass. Okay, I think I can just give it glass 9, right? Well, no. Cosmic glass, because I'm giving it a UHV energy hatch or laser hatch. Suggested to place hatch. Oh, laser source, UEV one. Oh, you need cosmic neutronium glass. Not too bad. I already have recipes for that. It's just 3 of them. No, we're making progress. Mm-hmm. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Hurry up. I know I said I was making progress, but if you're gonna be slow like that. You know what? How many crafting input buffers would I need to replace all of you? So there's one right there. And I think I'm gonna include the fluid in the recipe also, so I'm not gonna do this anymore. And I won't stock. It's gonna include the fluid. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I totally have enough. Totally have enough. So we'll do that. What are you missing? Oh, you're missing the whatever, right? What do you call it? Yeah, laser resistant plate. That's right. Oh, it's not too bad. Chemical bath. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me actually count how many inputs I'm gonna need. Excuse me. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. So starting from here, I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. It's exactly 11. That's funny. Okay. Oh, let me clean up the working area. Right there. Get some agon there and there. Okay. So you are for sure going to need an output bus and an output hatch. Okay, sure. We'll just give it a real big one. So I'm kind of going to change how I do a lot of the multi-blocks, because usually how I used to do things was like I would put it down and then inputs on the right, or no, inputs on the left, outputs on the right. But right now I'm just going to like cram them all together. So outputs first, and then I start connecting all of the inputs as I need them, especially with the crafting input buffers. It's gonna speed things up, I think. No, not there. 2, 3 like that, and then 1 right here. There we go. So many crafting input buffers. Love it. And then you need the maintenance hatch. I think I can put you up. Not there. Not there either. It does work, right? Okay, so I have space for more shenanigans if I really need it. Okay. So we may have to start moving recipes all over again, and that is okay. You do need an energy hatch, actually. I think the energy hatch is going to be the point where it is going to mess with the cables the least. which in our case is going to be the very back, right there. Then a dynamo hatch, the corresponding one over there. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna plug it in right over here. It's a mess, I know. That's all I have to say about it. Don't cross wires. That's never a good thing. You don't want to do that. Asking for explosion. Oh no, I need cable mode. There. Go like this. There we go. Okay. So we connect this UEV, 16 amps, and we want to match amperage at the source always. So 16 amps of dynamo UEV. We're good. No explosions. It's always a good thing. And then colored purple so I know it's UEV. Okay, so now this guy is powered. And then we do the fun challenge of moving all of the patterns over here. The good thing though, there's only like there's not a lot. There's not as many things. And it's a little simpler. So I guess these two I'm going to clear though so I can not get confused by them. So I'm going to need a wrench with me. Start disconnecting things. So this one's going to be laser engraver red. Using a ruby lens. Thank you. And we keep rinse and repeat here. Where am I? Right over here. And we start off right over here. So we put manual items. Okay, I think at this point I'm not going to change the name. It's just a lot easier to not have to do that. But this thing does have the ruby lens correctly. And it changes the name automatically. That's so nice. Thank you. All right, and then rinse and repeat. So I pretty much just need to get the patterns and then start moving them over. So this one has a bunch of random things in there. None of these recipes are actually broken, so I'm gonna stick with it. It's gonna be all the weird ones. But I know the smart thing would be to actually get them in order. I'm gonna put it over here because that's where it is on the other one. I think, and then I just follow the order. This one has a bunch of things here, not even that. Target 17 in a laser engraver. Why? Oh, for plasmid sample flasks. That's right. I'm just gonna do that. Bye. And then the rest of it just. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call it something. Never mind. I'm gonna have to change the name for everything. Oh, you know what? Depends on the first one, right? So we'll give it the quantum anomaly. So yeah, okay. So I can tell that that's a weird one. No. I still need my wrench. So a lot of the recipes are actually going to break now that I think about it. Because I'm not going to have a stocking input anymore. I'm actually going to add the fluid to the craft. That way I can pick and choose the most efficient one instead of just having like a general purpose one, because we totally have tier 7 water already. So that's also like a really big time save if I do it like that. So I'm going to have to adjust all the, like basically all the recipes. Which is an off-camera topic or off-camera project, right? A lot of things are going to be off-camera. So much fun. This one is... I did not take the lens with me. Oops, hang on. It's diamond lens, though. Tell you what. Craft one. There we go. Okay. And I think with that said, it's probably a good time to wrap up the episode. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but it's like I mentioned, I am a little tired. I just realized, like, wait, I'm kind of sleepy. It was a very long day today. It's like I mentioned, I was performed today at Worst Fest, and man, it was extremely hot. It's so weird though. Like it was a very cool morning, very nice morning. I woke up to, right? I drank my coffee after I woke up, started getting ready for the performance. It was a good time. And then I get there and it's really hot. Like it got super hot out of nowhere. And the entire performance, man, it was rough. And not only that, the life of a percussionist, if you don't know, you're lugging things. Gotta haul so much stuff, and I'm only one dude, right? That was a little bit tricky. But the overall performance was pretty fun. And I'm real glad that I decided to do stuff like this. It was just very random. I just like, out of nowhere, I was like, you know what? I think it happened on Instagram because I was seeing posts that someone was playing in a community band, and I kind of was like, you know what? It's been a while. It really was like about 10 years since I last performed in a setting like that. I gave it a try. Here I am performing in front of probably thousands of people today. It was a really packed crowd. It was kind of impressive that many people went to something like that. It wasn't for us, of course. It was the whole Worst Fest festival. And that's actually a really big festival. I didn't know it was that big. It's like a maze. It was my first time there. Pretty fun stuff, but it was a busy day. And what else to do after that? Since I'm on the tangent, right? I actually did eat catfish for like the first time. There's this restaurant nearby that has pretty good catfish apparently. So I tried it out. I didn't know what to expect because I'd never really eaten. I don't eat too much seafood. Can catfish be considered seafood? Do you find catfish in the sea? Or is it like river food? I don't know. I mean, that's at that point, it's just like semantics, right? I did say I was going to wrap up the episode, but you know what? Nah. I'm chilling. I got my second win. So these are random conversations that keep me going sometimes. Yeah, I at least will complete this little adventure I have, trying to get the laser engraver set up, and then continue with that. I'm still not gonna, go to sleep because I don't have a good what do you call it? Sleep schedule? No, it's pretty bad. And then daylight savings time happened also, and it kind of just made things worse. So chances are I'm like gonna take a walk or something. And then I'm not gonna be sleepy, and then I'm gonna, you know what? Let's play some more GTNH. clean up some of the things that are a little bit tedious to show on camera, because that's really what I do off camera. It's just all the tedious things like this, right? That I probably should be doing off camera, but you know what? It's okay. Keep going. So I think probably what I'm going to end up doing is crafting a whole bunch of crafting input buffers as much as I reasonably can to get them ready for tomorrow morning. No, I'm not going to stream tomorrow morning, but if I can have a lot of crafting input buffers ready for me, I can like go around the base during my off time and start replacing things with crafting input buffers. I think that's what I want to do. Green sapphire lens, green aqua, magnetoresonatic, and then this one is next. Ender pearl. There we go. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing at all. These crafting input buffers are like a real big thing for us. I mean, you've already saw the assembler itself was already a big improvement. Right there. But yeah, like I think I am considering taking off Sundays, just that I have more time to like clean up some of the things. For example, like one of the things I need to clean up is, well, my apartment, right? Because it's a chore day. But what I'm trying to say is I don't know, like especially the VOD watchers. I don't know if you guys noticed, but every 10 episodes, I change the thumbnail. So I have the picture. I can actually show you kind of what the picture looks like. So it's kind of like this. But every 10 episodes, I change the thumbnail just to kind of give a sneak peek of what the next 10 episodes are going to be about, right? So this thumbnail is, I think it's something like this. Let me turn on shaders. It's about like this. So I kind of, all I do is I activate my shaders. I also make it nighttime so that it doesn't look too bright, and then take off my my UI, and then there's your nice picture. Yes, I did make sure to get the graphic, which I should have disabled, but you know what, it worked out. So it's kind of like this. Imagine this as a thumbnail. Yo. So I have to clean that up, make it look reasonably okay for the VOD. So things like that, I really should give myself more time, at least one day, to like touch up some things. And maybe some like random recordings as well. I've been wanting to play more music, like actually come up with covers. I've been thinking about it. Hang on. It's ozone. I make ozone here. It's a blue lens. So I can put this recipe on. Yeah, I can totally put this recipe on the blue lens one. So take that out. And I don't have to give it a crafting input buffer. I just deleted the recipe. I mean, we have ozone, but I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's funny. Sure, we'll do that. That's the level maintained, right? I meant to do this. Yeah, okay, so we have to find the blue laser engraver. Okay. But yeah, I was thinking about doing some kind of covers. No explicit plan for that yet. Is it this one? Lapotron chip. Like, I wouldn't know what kind of covers to make yet, but just know that it is something I am thinking about. need this one. So far it's that. And we have one of them left over. Yeah, I do have to commit to actually connecting this because I can't crafting input buffers without this, so I'm gonna have to work on it. There's no way around it. So I'm gonna give this yet another controller face. So we're getting to the point where things are like taking up entire controller faces, which is a little, I wouldn't say concerning, but we may have to think about how our controller is gonna look like. Maybe expand it or something. I'm not sure yet. That's a cable. Then I need black and gray cables. Then you are gray. Then black again. There we go. Okay, so everything is good to go. Now the only troubling thing, again, I would have to update most of these recipes because they need fluids, and this one doesn't really know how to do fluids. So I think I'm going to add them to the recipes. For example, let's say engraved diamond crystal chips. This is one of the ones that doesn't need fluid, so I'm going to have to look up all of these recipes. I'm pretty sure living crystal chip is one of them. Yeah, you see that? So this one would need sterilized, whatever. Put that there. So if I try to make those living crystal chips. Yes, but I have to also make sure that I can craft the basically everything else. So I'm gonna have to go through all these recipes. Like this one, you can't upgrade it. Okay, so that's okay. So I'm just curious. Let's try to craft a couple of you because it was making one at a time, right? But if I... Oh, it's so much faster. Because before it was crafting like one every 4 seconds, right? And now it's crafting 8 every 2.5 seconds. That's a big difference. I'm not going to do the math, but it's a big difference. So now it's a good time for me to wrap up the episode. I'm still going to be online though, just a little bit longer. I have to check through all these recipes and update them if they need fluids. I think basically any of the wafers is probably what I'll check. Let's check the NPIC, for example. So this is a good example. I can how to make the photonically prepared. Well, you're saying I can do this. I'm not going to do it yet, but that's something to think about actually. Because we have tier 7 water. Oh, hang on. I'll take a look at this also, because this is going to speed up a lot of the wafer crafting. But we would need phaelite, which I don't even know how to get that. Unless I have 1,000 of it from by accident. I probably do in that case. Yup. Okay. So I look at the photonically prepared. I think I'm going to set these recipes on off camera as well. This seems okay because I can have access to tier 7 water. So I'll do this. So anything with this, I'll go ahead and set that up. Our cutting machine probably needs to get upgraded to UHV. Let me double check. I think you're already UHV actually. Yeah, you're UHV, so I can totally upgrade to photonically prepared. And it is going to get us closer to the next steps in the pack anyways. Somewhere here I have to use those. Yeah, okay. So we might as well set this up already. So I'll do that. You know what? Let's just do it right now. Yeah, we got time. Okay. So laser engraver. I'm going to need another one, another crafting input buffer just for that recipe. Make it easy to deal with. That's where you are going to go. Right there. Okay. So first thing I need is to make this UU matter, and then quite certain Phaolite and magnetoresonatic. So I'm gonna have to craft, well, certain. Trying to think here. I can probably honestly just throw everything into the one with magnetoresonatic. Wherever it is, I think it's over here. This one, yeah. Because I don't think any of those actually conflict. Like a prismatic crystal. Yeah, none of this stuff really conflicts with each other. So maybe I'll try it out. I'll throw everything in here. So I'm gonna need a Phaolite lens. So to craft this, it's pretty simple. It's just a lathe and here, fix it up right now. A lathe and a exquisite. To get the exquisite, we would need implosion compressor, I imagine. Yep. Regular flawless. And then to make flawless, we need the regular one, I imagine. Yes. See, I'm understanding patterns. Throw this into the implosion compressor. Make a lens. There we go. And you also need the quite certain crystal lens. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure we have one in the weird one. Right here. No, we don't. I used it somewhere, I think. Oh, it's in the nanoforge. Okay. So I'm gonna need another one. That's not too bad though. I have a recipe for it. Lots of mysterious crystal crafting. Should craft in no time though. Shouldn't say no time, but it's a little slow. You stuck or what? You're not stuck. There's no way you're stuck. Hang on. Or is it just a check on you actually? Did move a lot of things around, so maybe it's... No, it's not stuck. It was doing other things, that's why. This blast furnace is very busy. Got a lot of machines back here. Okay, so there's your lens. Thank you. So this one is going to have... No, we actually don't need this one anymore. After I said we did. But I'm going to just end up putting the recipe over here. The other one there and there. Okay, so if I try to craft the optically rich crystalline bowl, put that right there. Try to craft it now. Optically rich crystalline bowl. I can craft it. This is a good sign. How long do you take? 30 seconds, and we have a lot of power going through it, so it shouldn't be that bad. Silicon tetrachloride for what? I don't even know what you need that for. Am I out of silicon solar grade? I thought I was getting that from one of the... Oh, I guess I don't know. Space elevator shenanigans. Crafting U. Cool. Then it should be sent into laser engraver. Oh, it finished so fast I didn't even see it, right? Yeah. Okay. We have optically enriched crystalline pool. Yo. And then cutting machine. Of course, use the degassed water because we can't use anything else. And our cutting machine is circuit or UHV power, so we should be able to do the photonically prepared stuff. So this is where I want to give it a crafting input buffer. Just thought about it. Actually, no. I can just change the recipe. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I go to the cutting machine, because it's only an input bus, it's not even fluids it's dealing with. So I think it put the drops in here. Yeah. No, get out of there. So what I need to do is actually stocking input hatch tier 7 water. There we go. And this I'm trash it, honestly. I don't know what to do with it. 25 seconds at UAV, so whoever got it is going to take 25 seconds, which is you. Okay, and there we go. I don't know if it's a good idea to be holding this in your hand if it's like super elite stuff, but here we are anyways. A raw exposed crystal chip is you, but I don't think we can do this because electric implosion compressor. We can't do this recipe because it one tier above its average energy hatch tier, which means we would need a UIV energy hatch. We can't do that. So we have to do the forge hammer recipe. Which is also a problem because our forge hammer is not set up very well. I don't even know if we have one. No, we do. Somewhere. I'll find it. It's right there. Yeah, we have to upgrade this, so... And also give this a crafting input buffer because it's going to want fluids. Okay. We'll hold off on that, right? Really, I was looking for the prepared wafers because that's what I can use for all of the fancy wafers here. The heck? What are you? Photonically enhanced wafer. Ooh. We're not there yet, so don't worry about it. Okay. I think at this point we're pretty good to finally wrap up the episode like I said I've been doing. Off camera, I'm going to be updating the recipes. For example, MPIC wafers. I can upgrade this to use photonically prepared stuff. And I think reduce the cost overall. And there's going to be a bunch of things in here that I have to sift through. Things like NAND wafers and so on. So I'll do this off camera, some of the tedious things. And then once I get that prepared, I'm going to make a lot more crafting input buffers. I think the next couple of episodes is really just going to be us upgrading our things. And again, trying to get progress to the UHV capacitor. The fluid solidifier is also going to be one of those things that we want to replace with crafting input buffers. That's probably the next one after lasers. But we have definitely... The heck was that? Hang on. Dry mouth moment. No, we've definitely reduced the crafting size to this because it was like 70 something million and now it's at 18.4. So whatever we did really sped it up. I'm pretty sure it was upgrading this the circuits to use living crystals instead of the living crystals. No, the crystal chips. Yeah. Okay. Lots of off-camera things to be done, but I think it's a good time to wrap up here. Okay, so for now, have a good night. The next stream, I think I will take the day off tomorrow, just to recover and try to get back into Meatball Craft as well, because I don't want to like abandon that pack. No, I have to get back into it. It's been a while since the last episode. So, which tells me that the next stream will be on Tuesday. And I'll post a like a kind of schedule graphic again, starting on Monday or tomorrow probably, on YouTube and Discord if you're on there. And anyways, for now, have a good night. Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.